Gooseberries, Anton Chekhov. B1 Level. It was a rainy day in the Russian countryside. Two men, Ivan Ivanich, a veterinary doctor, and his friend, Birkin, a teacher, were walking across wet, muddy fields. The rain became stronger, so they decided to go to the house of their friend, Alyoshin, who lived in a big country estate. Alyoshin came to meet them in his dirty work clothes. He welcomed them, gave them dry clothes, and served hot tea. The sound of rain was outside, and the smell of tea filled the room. Everyone felt warm and calm. Then Ivan began to tell a story about his brother, Nikolai. From his youth, Nikolai had one dream: to buy land in the countryside, build a house, and plant gooseberry bushes in the garden. This dream became the most important thing in his life. To reach this dream, he lived very simply and saved money all the time. He did not buy good clothes or good food. His wife also lived with this hard life. She became ill and died, but Nikolai still did not stop saving. His only goal was to buy land. After many years, when he was already old, he finally bought land, built a house, and planted his gooseberries. One day, Ivan visited him. Nikolai was very happy. He picked gooseberries and gave them to Ivan. Ivan ate them and felt they were sour and not tasty. But Nikolai smiled and said again and again, "What a paradise! What a wonderful life!" He really believed he had found happiness. Ivan thought about this. He realized his brother's happiness was not real. It was like an illusion. Nikolai told himself he was happy, but this happiness was built on many sacrifices. His wife's life, his own youth and freedom. Ivan said, "When I saw my brother so satisfied in his small and closed world, I was afraid. I was afraid that happiness that only thinks about itself is false. Real happiness must not be only for you. If you forget others, your happiness is built on their pain." He added that sometimes he wanted to shout and tell people, "Your life is full of suffering and injustice. Stop lying to yourselves. We must do something." When Ivan finished, the room was quiet. Only the sound of the rain could be heard. Birkin said nothing, and Alyoshin looked down. Both were lost in thought. Ivan's words stayed in the room like a warning. Chekhov tells a simple story, but with a deep message. Personal happiness. Nikolai believed he was happy, but it was not true happiness. It was only self-deception. Social responsibility. Ivan warns that we must not close our eyes to the suffering of others. Self-deception. People can lie to themselves and say they are happy, even if the reality is different. Real happiness is not only in personal dreams. If we ignore the suffering of others, we live in a false paradise.